Today's episode of Explainiac is brought to you by the CW's Superman and Lois. Here's everything you need to know about Superman and Lois. Look, up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's Superman and Lois. The latest addition to the ever-expanding Arrowverse shows us a side of the Man of Steel and Metropolis's most famous journalist that we've rarely seen before. Together, Clark Kent and Lois Lane will contend with perhaps one of the greatest struggles to menace the DC universe, the Arrowverse, or any universe to be perfectly honest, Parenthood. But don't worry, there's still plenty of superhuman action and journalistic super sleuthing to sink your comic book loving teeth into as well. And today I'm going to get you up to speed on everything you need to know about Superman and Lois before it premieres on the CW in a special 2-hour event on Tuesday, February 23rd. Starring Tyler Hoechlin as Clark Kent, aka Superman, and Elizabeth Tulloch as Lois Lane, the series picks up in the wake of the epic Crisis on Infinite Earths Arrowverse crossover and finds our eponymous heroes leaving the meta-human-filled hustle and bustle of Metropolis behind for a quieter life in Clark's hometown of Smallville. While the wide-open fields and bucolic charm of Smallville might seem deeply appealing to folks like me trapped in a one-bedroom apartment, the reality for Clark and Lois is that it seems layoffs have actually forced them to relocate from the big city. It looks like Superman's other kryptonite might just be paying Metropolis's sky-high rents. In addition to regular kryptonite, which, as we've seen from the trailer, is also definitely present in the series, so good luck. Lois and Clark are likely excited for a simpler life for their family, but unfortunately the simple life that Clark knew in Smallville is long gone. His father Jonathan passed away, leaving Martha to manage the family farm all by her lonesome. And the old Kent house is about to get way more crowded because Clark and Lois are also bringing their twin sons Jonathan and Jordan along for the ride. And while Superman and Lois have had plenty of kids throughout the comic book history of these characters, in varying states of canonicity of course, including powerful clones and evil sons from an alternate future, none have been quite like Jonathan and Jordan. Because Jonathan and Jordan seem like they're regular all-American teenagers at first glance, but the key word is seem. Because while these teens may be twins, they couldn't be more different. Jonathan is confident, popular, and a varsity athlete, while Jordan is introverted, anxious, and far more into the great indoors than anything Smallville might have to offer. One thing they do have in common, though, is that neither knows their father is secretly Superman. I mean, what? Either Clark Kent has the world's most distracting glasses, or these kids did not take after their investigative reporter of a mother. On a more serious note though, both Lois and Clark are worried because they don't know if Jonathan or Jordan inherited their Kryptonian father's superpowers. And those are the kind of changes to your body that no high school health class can adequately prepare you for. There's no chapter on suddenly developing heat vision. And to make matters even more challenging, as anyone who's returned to their hometown can tell you, uncomfortable situations are inevitable. And that goes double for Clark and Lois, who are going to cross paths with Lana Lang, Clark's first love, who now goes by Lana Lang Cushing. A banker living in Smallville with her firefighter husband Kyle, Lana also has 2 daughters, 14-year-old Sarah and 8-year-old Sophie, but domestic bliss is a fragile thing in this modern world, and the Lang Cushing family are in a very dark place. Lana needs a friendly face now more than ever. As for Lois, she'll need to adjust to being a really big fish in a very small pond. How small? Well, the Daily Planet makes the Smallville Gazette look like Superman's biceps, compared to my own, which is just very humbling. That's the word, humbling. Now, she'll have to reconcile her primo position at Arrowverse's paper of record with being the primary breadwinner for the family, and the fact that Morgan Edge, the media mogul behind the Daily Planet, is responsible for her husband now being jobless. And just in case all of this wasn't enough for one family to deal with, there's a mysterious man in black armor calling himself the Stranger, who's hellbent on showing the world they don't need the Man of Steel. I mean, geez Louise, guys, you probably need a drink after this one.
Really wish I could get drunk sometimes.
Oh, yeah, your metabolism. Yikes. Well, now that Lois and Superman are part of the larger Arrowverse, you might be wondering if we're going to see any familiar faces this season. Well, if so, you're in luck because David Ramsey will return as John Daigle and even direct an episode to boot. And who knows, maybe Superman and Lois can clue us into whatever that mysterious green object was that crashed in front of him at the end of Crisis on Infinite Earths. I mean, I've got my theories, but that's a story for another video. Anyway, folks, that is everything you need to know about Superman and Lois before you watch the show. But tell me, what do you hope to see from this series? What DC Comics characters do you think will make a guest appearance? And who could the Stranger actually be? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks again to the CW Superman and Lois for sponsoring today's show. On February 23rd, see the Man of Steel and Metropolis's top journalist like you've never seen them before, struggling to stay afloat as parent in the modern world. Experience the latest epic entry in the Arrowverse in a supersized 2-hour premiere event on February 23rd, Tuesday at 8/7 Central on the CW, or stream free the next day on the CW app. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to share it with your pals and give us a thumbs up in the comments below. In the meantime though, for the latest and greatest in the world of pop culture, make sure that you stay tuned to Nerdist.com. And remember, not everything in life can be explained, but for everything else, there's this show.